On today's episode of Identity, Director of Siabangena Seminars, Snenhlanhla Mkhize, is in the Identity coffee shop. We learn more about the I-Educate initiative in the Vaal Triangle. What's Happening features the review of a yoga app and an interesting website. And Munewa plays us out.
I am an individual with an imagination. My inner faith illuminates innovations. In a space with infinite inspiration, I was born free from all incarceration. Incredible, living infallibly, intelligent, outshine with my inner being. This is me, impeccable as ever been. I am you, you are me. This is my identity.
Botani senamkele kwenye inkqubo yenkolo ezahlukeneyo yolutsha ezimisela ukunakha emoyeni uqala ivekeni ngomfutho. Nibukele i-Identity, ndingumsasazi wenu uviwe Gcwala. Yesterday, the Hindu community celebrated Makar Sankranti, a harvest festival which marks the beginning of an auspicious phase as the sun moves from one zodiac sign to another. We wish our Hindu viewers well as they transition into this holy phase. Goku masiqala inkqubo ngentetho bendinayigqithileyo ethandwe kakhulu nini eyakhanayo. Sahlala phansi nomphathi sihlalo weSiabangena Seminars, uSnenhlanhla Mkhize, usivumele sivavanye amathambo engqondo kwincoko yethu egqithileyo. Masingene kuyo. Former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan once said, young people should be at the forefront of global change and innovation. What better way to embark on a globe-changing mission than to start in one's own backyard? Well, this is exactly what the young woman joining me this morning is all about. Snenhlanhla Mkhize is the director of Siabangena Seminars, an innovative initiative that aims to influence and educate Mzansians youth in areas of entrepreneurship and personal development. She's also the founder of The Best Me, an organization that seeks to inspire Africans to live healthy and fit lifestyles. I want to find out what drives this passion to empower those around her, and she's here to tell me all about it. Snenhlanhla, welcome to Identity.
Thank you so much for having me.
You know, I want to find out about your upbringing. Tell me more about it.
Well, I'm originally from KZN, and I'm currently living in Joburg. I'm so blessed. I was raised by both of my parents, very, very supportive parents, very loving, and they supported everything that I wanted to do. And also I could see how much they valued education. Both my parents are educators. So education is a very, very big part of my life, and having parents who constantly push that agenda of you need to educate yourself, you need to constantly better yourself. I was raised in environments that really, really aided my growth into being this woman that I am today.
So is that where your concept of spirituality comes from your parents?
I believe that my spirituality came when I actually moved out of home. And I realized that it doesn't matter if you're going to church. It doesn't matter if you have so many people around you telling you that there's a God out there. What matters is your wholeness. Do you feel at peace inside of you? Because you can have so many people around you and there's so much going on. We go through a lot as young people. There's so many challenges that we face. For example, my parents went through a divorce, and that took me to a very bad place. And it didn't matter who told me what in that specific time. What mattered is that I need to find my peace. And my peace in that time was God, and it brought me closer to Him with all the other challenges that I was facing. So yes, I knew religion from back then. I was raised in a family that did go to church all the time. But as I grew into a woman, my spirituality came by when I felt that the peace that I needed in myself, I need to go for it and find it in the God that I know.
Oh, that's so beautiful. iSiabangena Seminars iqale kanjani, and what inspired it?
Wow, you know, when we look at today, how the youth of today is faced with so many issues, and the main one being unemployment. I mean, we know about that.
Sure.
It's a calling inside me that said, you know what, we are going through this challenge in our country, and we really, really need to build a generation of young people who will be the job creators. People who will actively search for their purpose and willing to make a living out of it and employ others to make a living out of it as well. So we want to build a generation of young people who do not depend on anybody else, but their own will, their own hard work, and pushing through those doors to make it happen and build job creation for our country.
You know, Sneh, which brings me to my next question. I mean, gone are the days when we just focus as young people on going to school, you know, getting good grades and getting that job just to get the money, you know. So how important is entrepreneurship, especially amongst young people abahlala la eMzansi?
Yes, before we even go into why it's important, you mentioned something very important, education, studying. Education is not only going to school, because we do have that challenge where so many of the young people in our country cannot afford to go to the varsities and so on. But education goes beyond the classroom. Education is finding out what is it that I like, what am I interested in, and going out there and reading about it and getting closer to it and speaking to people and constantly improving yourself. So education is very important, but in its different forms as well, not just in the classroom, right? But yes, it's very important for us to think as entrepreneurs, because we are in this space where, okay, a lot of people are not getting jobs. People are getting fired, they're getting retrenched. We cannot depend on anyone else anymore. It's done. We cannot also lie back and go, oh, I come from this background and this happened to me. But this and that. You know, that is over with. Yes, we still face the aftermath of that, but we have everything we need today to become the people that we need to be. And the first step is finding our purpose and going very hard for our dreams and educating ourselves on how to get there and making sure that we do whatever it takes to make it happen.
And speaking about dreams and purpose, you started The Best Me, you know, so tell me about that initiative. It sounds so exciting.
The Best Me is something that I started. It's an initiative that I started because I was going through my own personal journey. I think every woman has faced it, where you're not quite happy with how you look. Maybe you have you feel a little bit shy about your body. And I felt that I needed to start something that will empower people, not just women only, to empower people to love themselves and become the best that they can be. And a very big focus on this is health and fitness. We work out our bodies, we talk about our issues, and just, you know, revive ourselves, because really, when you're doing well in your body, it will show. You know, you will stand up straight, you will exude that confidence, and basically that's what The Best Me is about. It's, you know, doing whatever it takes to bring out the best of you by taking care of yourself.
You know, when you're speaking about taking care of yourself, we are young people, and you know, we love social media. Now, especially when it comes to Instagram, you know, you get things on fleek, body on fleek, and all these things that are on fleek, right? But I mean, as a young person, you know, you get the pressure to look a certain way. What would you say to a young person who looks at other people and wants to emulate them because of the way that they look, and they think that's the standard of perfection without actually loving themselves? What would you say to a young person who's at home thinking that?
So what's important to understand as a young person today who's fed so many messages of this is how you should be, this is how you should look. Look into yourself and grow who you are, because there's absolutely no one like you. Find your own style, find your own purpose, your own sense, and you define yourself, how you dress, how you look. It doesn't matter what the world says. When you can shine in your own confidence, you will be the best.
What's the relationship between health and overall well-being and spirituality?
You know, it's all interconnected. Sometimes I like to look at it like this. Life is those three balls, right? And you have to keep juggling them. Because when one falls, you will be in a state of sadness or depression or unhappiness, right? It's very difficult to have balance, but it is possible.
Well, speaking about juggling games, you know, we've got a game at i-Dentity. Are you ready? Would you rather? So you must answer as quickly as possible.
Goodness. Okay.
Okay, so would you rather be a tiny elephant or a giant rodent?
A tiny elephant, that's my favorite animal.
Okay, be able to travel to the past or to the future?
To the future.
Win R1 billion or never have to pay for anything?
Win R1 billion.
Have no teeth or no taste buds?
No T.
Okay? Perform CPR on a frog or have the frog perform CPR on you.
Oh, the frog, it's fine. I can do CPR.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu Sine for joining us on Identity.
Thank you for having me.
Time and again, we've heard people say that the future of a country lies in the hands of its youth. And with people like Snentantla and the Siyabangena Seminars team at the forefront, Mzansi's future is definitely a bright one. It's time for a quick break. When we come back, we head to Meyerton in the Vaal Triangle to hang out with a young man who is passionate about sharing his maths and science skills with high school learners. And don't miss today's What's Happening segment. Today we're reviewing a yoga app and a website that you'll definitely want to add to your bookmarks. See you in a moment.
This is my identity. This is my identity.
Welcome back. You're watching Identity right here on SABC 1 Mzansi for Show with me, Viwekwala. Thank you for staying tuned. Babalelo Selima is a young engineer who excelled in maths and science subjects in high school. Although he's now fully employed, he has made it his goal to ensure that he lends a hand to high school learners in preparation for their matric exams. We took a short left to Meyerton in the Vaal Triangle to find out more about Babalelo and his I-Educate initiative. Take a look at his story.
This is my identity.
Math and science education are fundamental to the development of any nation. Contributing to the future of South Africa's youth is what inspired engineer Babalelo Selima to start I-Educate, a math and science education program for high school learners.
I was born in a rural area in Limpopo called Mrotsa. Later on, when I was around 11, 12 years, I moved to a township called Luwachum. As a kid, when I was in Luwachum, I was lucky enough to have a mentor who is a community leader. And from there on, through my adolescent age, he has mentored me a lot in terms of community service. So even when I was in varsity, for instance, I used to tutor first years, second years, and so on. And in fact, the whole concept of teaching, it started while I was in high school. My science teacher used to say, Selema, go and teach electric circuits in that class, you know. And in uniform, I'd go and stand in front of my classmates and teach them, you know.
So how much we rise is the change?
I started off as saying, you know, let me come here to help them with maths and science, you know. I was one of the students who were blessed enough to get a distinction in both maths and science, you know. And also my career, I've been doing those things throughout, so they become a norm for me, you know. So I said, let me do maths and science. So apart from coming in as somebody who's going to help with that, one is also bringing different elements that one is learning out there that can be helpful to them. Giving back, it's the response to a lot of things in your life, you know. Mostly for me, I would say it also reflects the kind of upbringing that I had, because I was surrounded by someone who's serving the community. Secondly, it also speaks to my spirituality, you know. The best way to serve God is to lose yourself in the service of others.
The I-Educate program works hand in hand with the school leadership to increase the pass rate and improve the learners' understanding of math and science.
What's very important is that these learners themselves, they identify with the Bawalelos, you know, more than us. So when Bawalelo comes and offers them maths, offers them science, they feel, no, but I come from a very poor background, and here is someone who's just like me, and he made it, and why not me?
You find that when you are coming for Saturday classes, there's this one-on-one contact with the learner. You can ask them, they can ask you, like right now we started at 8 o'clock until 11 o'clock. we do not have the same time when you are in class. 45 minutes, they're changing classes from one class to another. They lose time because of movements from one class to another. And you can also put them into groups, identify the problems, the challenges, and then you can help them the way they understand. I've seen that they are doing very well because of that.
La esikolweni ngiparent, as ngiparent ngumzali, ngikhethiwe ngabazali abanye ukuthi ngibe part SGB. Manje uma sithola uncedo olufana nelivela babalo, siyajabula ukuthi yazini at least abantwana bayabona ukuthi imethi imqoka. Ngoba naku isikhiphela ama-engineer and basebancane. Kusho nabo bazoya phambili, kukhona la abazoya khona. Manje ke sicela ukuthi abazali baqoqozele abantwana ukuthi beze.
I started attending the Saturday classes on the second term of this year, and I attended them because I needed help in mathematics because my maths was really I don't know, it was difficult for me in class, so I saw that this was an opportunity for me to gain more knowledge.
The topic that I learned in Saturday class actually helped me when I was writing my final exam because I could see that in the exam I said, this thing I did in the Saturday class, and then I can see, write it down, get it correct. Yeah, I think it helped me because I've improved from term 1 to term 2. Yeah.
Honestly, I was bad in math, but since I attended the Saturday classes, I saw that I was getting better and my marks also improved because I don't want to lie, I was somehow the worst in maths. Now I can see that my marks are somehow better and I'm loving it.
It is also good for people to go to the communities where they come from, people who made them what they are. To pay back is going back, give them knowledge so that they can also shine, and when you are celebrating, you're going to celebrate together with them.
What in essence iEducate is trying to do here is trying to make education fashionable, it needs to become the new cool thing. It must become the new cool thing. In the past, you were sold the idea that these particular subjects are for special people. These subjects are ours equally. These subjects are simple. All the kids need are the relevant resources around them and the support, and mostly the support from the community, because the schools are not going to do it alone. The biggest contributor to the success of a kid comes from home, comes from the community. If we can make it important in the communities, it becomes the order of the day. And that's exactly where we want to move.
Then there you are, you've got your granny.
This is my identity.
It's encouraging to see young people making a concerted effort to pass on their knowledge and skills to the upcoming generation. Well done to Babalelo Selima, and we wish him well as he continues to carry out this wonderful work. Sixoleleni ukuba nicinga ntoni ngentetho yethu egqithileyo nebali lethu ngokusithumela i-email ku-identitytvshow@gmail.com. Ningaxhumana nathi ku-social media, funani nje i-Identity TV Show ku-Facebook, ku-Twitter naku-Instagram. It's time for another break, after which we jump straight into today's media review segment. Today we're checking out a yoga app and a website that will help you make tasty meals with ingredients that you have on hand. We'll be right back.
This is my identity. This is my identity.
You're watching Identity, Mzansi's favorite multi-faith youth show right here on SABC1. I'm Kwala. If you've just joined us, you missed out on a throwback interview with Director of Siyabangena Seminars, Snentantla Mkhize. Our regional story featured Babalelo Selima, who runs iEducate, a math and science initiative for high school learners. Now it's time to check out what's happening on the media front. These days, yoga seems to be the go-to low-impact workout for people from all walks of life. If the curiosity bug has bitten you and you're keen to give yoga a try, then today's app is just for you. It's called Yoga, Relaxation and Stretch. Let's check it out. The Yoga, Relaxation and Stretch app aims to serve as an on-the-go yoga trainer for anyone interested in taking up the practice at their own pace and in their own space. The homepage offers 4 options. For an introduction to the practice, select the What is Yoga option. Here you'll find answers to frequently asked questions and some helpful descriptions of the various aspects of yoga, such as the benefits of meditation and ways to meditate. If you're just starting out, select the Yoga for Beginners option for simple poses to help ease you in. Once you've mastered the beginner poses, you can then move on to the Advanced Yoga Poses option. The app gives a step-by-step breakdown of how to attain each pose, as well as a video that works as a visual aid. It also offers helpful tips such as a beginner's tip, benefits, and contraindications. For information on the origin of yoga, simply select the History of Yoga tab. Whether you're a yoga novice or veteran, the Yoga Relaxation and Stretch app will certainly help make working out more convenient for you. Remember to consult your doctor or a fitness professional before attempting any advanced workouts. Now on to our next review. It's a website that helps you prepare yummy meals using the ingredients that you have available in your fridge. It's called www.myfridgefood.com. www.myfridgefood.com is a website designed to help people prepare easy recipes using ingredients they already have in their fridge or kitchen. The homepage features an alphabetic listing of ingredients such as dairy, meat, canned products, and condiments. To get started, select the ingredients that you have on hand. The dialog box on the right-hand side of the screen lists your selection. Once you're done, click on the Find Recipes option. The website then leads you to a page offering a selection of recipes based on your ingredients. Each recipe offers details such as the cooking time, the number of servings, calories and nutrients contained in the meal, as well as detailed cooking instructions. You also have the option to either print the recipe or bookmark it for future reference. Got some time on your hands? Scroll to the top of the page and select the Tips tab for solutions to culinary annoyances, such as how to keep potatoes from budding, how to get fluffier mashed potatoes, and how to get crispier chicken. Share your cooking discoveries with the cyber world by submitting a recipe. And if you can't quite decide what meal to prepare, select the Decider tab and answer a few simple questions for some website-generated recipe ideas. Add www.myfridgefood.com to your bookmarks and never run out of recipes again. With today being the third Sunday of January, the world is celebrating World Religion Day. This day was created by the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'i and was set aside to celebrate the different faiths and religions that are practiced all across the world. It's also an opportunity to promote and encourage tolerance and understanding amongst everyone, regardless of our differing spiritual preferences. That brings us to the end of today's throwback episode. Getting in touch with the Identity team is really simple. All you have to do is log on to Facebook, Twitter or Instagram, search for Identity TV Show and like or follow us. Not into the social media vibe? Then don't worry, you can send an email to identitytvshow@gmail.com. Namhlanje sivala ngengoma ebizwa More Than You kaMunewa. Masibane kwakhona ngeveke elandelayo ngensimbi ye-11 khonapha ku-SABC 1 Mzansians Show. Kum uvuwe Xwala neqala le-Identity yiba neveki esikelekileyo.